Well, good evening, everyone. It's lovely to see you all. Boys, you do draw in a crowd. Look at that. Well done. Oh, it's always so lovely to see lots of the chairs full in church. It really is. A huge welcome to our medium online this evening. We're joined by the lovely Martin Quigley. Hi, Martin. Can see you down in the box there. Have a lovely service later. A huge welcome to Simon Coote this evening, good friend of ours. And let's just take a moment just to absorb the fact that we get to welcome the wonderful Richard Baldwin. We try not to clap in church, but we could do a little bit of this.
He's alive.
And we're so pleased for that, honestly. So good to have you back, Richard, doing what you should be doing up here. So, yeah, the energy is really buzzing. I can feel it up here. It's wonderful. So I will hand over to our lovely Richard to open the service in prayer. This will be followed by the Lord's Prayer that we will all say together. Now, I know you said Brenda wasn't bothered to hear you, but I'm sure she actually is.
Oh, darling. Oh. Dear Father God, Great Spirit, Creator of all that is, I'm here with Simon tonight to be of service to those in spirit as well as those on the earth. We ask that your love and your light guides us, that we be of service as we invite in our guides and the workers in spirit to walk with us on our journey, to show that life is eternal, to reassure, to help those understand that they are in the moment and they are in a building built with love, peace and harmony. I thank you for the privilege of being here this night, the privilege to be of service, and the privilege to understand that those that work with us are those that take over and help us to bring to you that reassurance that's always needed on the earth. May you find the love that's within you and understand who you are and be at peace with that. Amen.
Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Oh, yeah, let's do that.
How could you forget? Lovely. Okay, so following that wonderful prayer, I will light the church candle. And as we do this, we just think about our own internal light. We ask that Christ light to swell within us so that we might feel better and brighter for the days going ahead. And of course, we do use it as an invitation to ask our loved ones to come close to us tonight, because that's what it's all about, feeling their love around us in these lovely services. Yeah, so that's the candle lighting. If anyone at home's got a candle they wish to light, then please do so. We will now go into the healing part of the service then. This is the bit where I ask all of you to work as well, just to concentrate on that internal light that you've got and shine that bright and send that out as healing energy. And that is something that we can all do. It is just within the minds, within the thoughts, we manifest, we create, we send energy of doing that. You don't have to train as a healer to send love and light out, just like us saying our prayers and thinking of people in our prayers. So I'll ask you all to join together with me. Just focus on that beautiful white light and focus on that energy going out to all those in your minds that you might think about that are in need, or maybe situations in the world. So I'll read the names from our healing book in church, and of course catch any names that have been popped in the box online as well, so please do that now. So tonight we focus on and we ask for healing energy to surround Darren, Claire, Derrin, Talia, Tanya, Lorraine, Chris, Elaine, Martin, Eve and Peter, Alan and Kay, Spencer, Charlie and Mark, Peggy, Shirley, Dennis and Mark, Lynn, Carol and Bill, Fran, Veronica, Joan, Cyril. I think that says Teddy. Colin, Peter, Alison, Ken, Amelia, Bethany, Tony Senior, Tony Junior, Sue, Jason, Ryan, Natalie, Sophia, Nigel, Kelly, Carlos, Mason and Carl, Jackie and family, Patrick and family, Marius and family, Crystal and family, Linda Weeks, Linda's dad and Rob, Jill, David, Frank, Donna, Diane, Alan, Peter, Simon, Roger and daughter, Margaret, all pets, those in Gaza, Malcolm, Alex and Sarah, family abroad, Sean, David, Simon, Denise S, Mark, Jill, David, Jenny S, Jenny W, Jay Turner, Stella, Anthony, Anna, Mark, Claire, Chris, Louise, Helen, Maureen, Adrian, Angela, Bonnie, Pat, Anne, Sharon, Rita, Tracy, Craig, Betsy, Christine, Tom, Gavin, Jenny and Jeanne, David and Jackie and family, Karen, Jeffrey, Victoria and Katz, Kelly, Annabelle and Bobby. So please just join with me in healing prayer as we send that energy out. And we ask, Heavenly Father, we ask you to join us in this, your sanctuary of love and light. We ask you to allow us to be channels for your love. Please fill us and our hearts with that beautiful white light now as we channel that out to all those that we think of, all those that we've named. And of course, we ask, as always, that any extra healing energy go out to all those in most need tonight, wherever they may be. We ask for you to fill those hearts of all those that have the power to make those positive changes that are so needed in this world. We ask that the people living in our world, our animal kingdom and all of nature, we ask that they thrive in love and light. We ask that our actions over the coming weeks will be of the highest good, always with love and kindness in mind. We ask for wars to end and for a peace-loving world. Amen. So please just continue to channel, just for another minute. Think of your loved ones in your minds. Put that healing around them. This will be broken by the song Gracious Spirit in the front of your hymn books. Thank you. Gracious Spirit of thy
Take our loved ones who are suffering, ignite tender care. Loving Father, hear us, hear us. Gracious Spirit, may thy presence share thy healing rain, turning all the nights of darkness into glorious day. Loving Father, hear us, hear us. Gracious Spirit, just thou flavor, be their light and guide. Lead them to the heavenly kingdom, safely by thy side. Loving Father, hear us, hear us.
Well done, everyone. Good job. I will hand over to Peter now for this evening's Bible reading. Hello, sir. There you go. Yes.
Hi Richard, nice to see you back on platform.
Thank you. Thank you.
Evening all.
Evening.
Lovely to see a nice full church, full of angels as well. Welcome to those online. Yesterday, the 9th of August, was the 80th anniversary when the US dropped an atomic plutonium bomb on the Nagasaki, killing 70,000 people. Next week, we will remember the bombing of Hiroshima, bringing the war to an end. Tonight's reading is another act of brotherhood, a love for each other. Rank, colour or creed, a love relationship inspired by God, our Father. Some thoughts on greeting. A handshake. I come in friendship. Will not raise my sword against you. Hands together in prayer. India's Nepalese. From the divine place within my being, I salute the vine in you. Speaks of brotherhood. Let's pray. We're on a continual path of improvement. These words are crucial to the understanding of what is required of us. It's not saying, love thy neighbour better than yourself, but you put yourself in the place of your neighbour before you act or react concerning your neighbour. Perhaps it may help to remember that in God's eyes, we're all in brotherhood to each other. There are a lot of examples in the Bible that deal with the many acts of brotherly love and its future. We are given free will to experience and learn from these human failures and many opportunities to put them right. As I said last week, it's not without repentance. We have to put it right with a change of behaviour or conduct. We call it karma. Often power and selfishness. Tonight's reading follows the same theme. Jesus is using the parable of the rich fool to put us on guard against all kinds of greed. God always gives in abundance, as with the rich man's harvest of a good crop. He has free will and decides to keep the whole benefit for his fortunate good. Perhaps the parable is saying, as God is with us in our blessings, we should be with others. After the rich man had taken to meet his needs, he could have rewarded his servants who helped produce his good crop, and even given clarity into the community. God is always generous. We should try to do the same with others in thoughts, words, and deeds. Tonight's reading is from Luke 12, the parable of the rich fool. Someone in the crowd said to him, "Teacher, tell my brother to divide the inheritance with me." Jesus replied, "Man, who appointed me a judge or an arbiter between you?" Then he said to them, "Well, be on your guard against all kinds of greed. Life does not consist in an abundance of possessions." And he told them this parable. The ground of a rich man yielded an abundant harvest. He thought to himself, "What shall I do? I have no place to store my crops." Then he said, "This is what I'll do. I will tear down my barns and build bigger ones, and there I will store my surplus grain. And I'll say to myself, you have plenty of grain left for many years. Take life easy. Eat, drink, and be merry." But God said to him, "You fool, this very night your life will be demanded from you. Then who will get what you have prepared for yourself? This is how it will be with whoever stores up things for themselves, but is not rich towards God." Bless that reading. Thank you. Unhitch me, woman.
Thank you, Peter. So we will say goodbye to everybody watching online then from all of us in church. Have a lovely evening with Martin and Rob. Good night.
Good evening, everyone. Nice to be back with you guys, fun to see online. I thought I'd share some words with you this evening, and many of you that have seen me work either in church or online here over the last few years. I like to share spirit activity, real life happenings with the spirit world. I'm not one of these mediums that will talk about sunflowers and stuff. That's just not me. So this evening, I just wanted to share these thoughts with you and what happened. So I noticed that I was last online in February with you guys, and I was in church at the end of March, and this actually happened the first week of April. So around about 3 years ago, we had 3 dogs, 2 parrots, and this is really going out to all you animal lovers that are online, just to give you a little bit of thought about your loved ones that cross over and who they're with and how they get there. So I know I shared in the past about our George. Now, we lost our George just under 3 years ago now. He was a red and white boxer, and he was one of the perfect dogs, one of them dogs that was just wonderful. And I just want to briefly go back to what actually happened. So George was only 9 years and 4 months, and he had a few seizures. So he had these couple of seizures, fairly mildish, but after a few of them, we thought we'd take him to the vets and see if they could do anything for him. So the vets issued us with some tablets that were able, or hopefully able, to control the seizures. So George was on these tablets about 2.5 weeks, and it was wonderful, nothing at all. So then I went to bed this particular evening, and the other 2 dogs and obviously the parrots sleep downstairs, but George had his space on the end of the bed, so I sleep on the right, my wife Victoria on the left, and George used to be down in the centre there, yeah, boxers are absolutely wonderful. I love them. Absolutely love boxers, the breed. And so this particular night, George had been free of any seizures for a good 2.5 weeks. And I can only describe it, and a few of you might have had this yourselves, where you go to sleep, but it's not really a sleep. It's almost you're joining the spirit world. And I'd sunk off into whatever you call it, semi-sleep state. And there I was in oldish silver BMW estate car. And I found myself in what I thought was like North London area, Alexandra Palace, Muswell Hill. And I'm driving the car. There was nobody next to me in the passenger seat. However, there was a lady talking to me in the rear seat behind me, a lady in spirit. And in the back left-hand seat was George. None of the other two dogs, just George. And I remember thinking, this is strange. And the lights turned red. So I pulled up at these lights. And all of a sudden I could hear the back left-hand door open. And then I looked in the mirror, and then in a panic turned around, and I just saw George. I saw his bum go out of the back the car door, and the car door shut. And there was me in a panic, and the lady in the back, the voice in the back, just said to me, "Don't worry, he'll find his own way home." At that exact moment, I pulled up on our drive in Stevenage, we live in Stevenage, and I pulled up on our drive. I've got out of the car, I've walked to the gate, which is on the left-hand side of the house, gone through the gate into our garden, what I thought was going to be our garden, which is 2/3 slabbed and 2 big grass circles in the middle. And as I walked in to the garden, it wasn't our garden, it was this humongous, really mature garden, right at the end, which was probably about 150 foot long, this garden. And I don't know exactly why, but it would have to be a good 80 foot wide at least. At the end of the garden was 2 mature trees and a load of mature hedges, bushes. And so I looked down there, and then I looked to the right of me, and there was a lady sitting in this plastic garden chair, no table or nothing, and she was facing down towards the end of the garden. And I looked at her, and she looked at me, and she was probably about 75 years old with really short, tight, curly grey hair. And I looked at her, and she looked at me, and then I looked down at the bottom of the garden again. I could see the bushes rustle, and all of a sudden George stuck his head through. And at that moment, I turned around to the lady, and she said, "See, told you he'd find his own way home." And then in the real world, my wife next to me at that exact moment started elbowing me. Mark, wake up, wake up. George is having another seizure." And that was the first of 8 that particular night. All through the night, it was a horrendous evening. And then we had to let him go. So many of you might have heard that one before, but I had to remind you and people that haven't heard it before. So that was almost 3 years ago. Now, his sister, Roxy, another red and white boxer, we always called them brother and sister. They weren't really, but that's the way we called them. He was doing phenomenally. So we had Roxy still around in the new year this year. She was approaching 13. We'd since got another dog, another boxer called Ernie, and we've got a almost 5-year-old Rotty now called Loki. And what happened in the new year, Roxy had a big lump mass that formed on her rear left leg. Because she was approaching 13, we hummed and ahed whether to get it operated on or not. It got that bad in the end, we had to. So she had the operation early January. It was a raging success. Lump come off. Vets were really happy with her. And it was full steam ahead to her 13th birthday, which would have been on Easter Monday. However, a week and a half before her 13th birthday, we'd gone to bed, and I heard some strange goings on downstairs. So I gets out of bed, goes downstairs, and then I thought Roxy didn't look right. She was sitting in one of the doorways to the dining room. And there she was. Her head was doing a funny turn, moving around, and I thought, I've seen this before. Can't believe it. She's having a seizure. Admittedly, not a really severe one, but I couldn't believe her luck, like going through with the leg operation and whatever else. So she had the seizure then. And then It was Easter Monday would have been her 13th birthday. It was the Saturday, a week and 2 days before Easter Monday. She had a second seizure. So this was through the night again. So we spoke and we said, we'll see how she is in the morning. If she's okay, we'll let her be for now. If she's not, maybe we'll take her to the vets and let her cross over to Spirit. Anyway, the next day she was great on the Saturday. Really, really good. No bother at all. So we decided to let her carry on. So on the Monday, I was working in London as usual. I was actually at the Guildhall. I'll never forget it. And I'm treading on eggshells because I'm constantly looking at my watch thinking, when's the wife going to be home? How's Roxy doing? So it gets to the time when Victoria's normally home. So I phoned up the house and spoke to the wife and said, how is she? How is she? She went, yeah, she's great. She's really good. She's been in the garden with the other two boys, told them off, had a few treats, no bother at all. And I said to the wife, I said, I'll be home early today. So anyway, I puts the phone down to Victoria and does about another hour's work at the Guildhall. And I had one further job to do, which was at Canary Wharf. So I gets in my work van and starts off the journey at about half an hour to near Canary Wharf. And I'm 10 minutes in, I'm listening to my financial podcasts on YouTube as I'm driving along. And then, lo and behold, my clairvoyance went, boom, started up really clear in front of me. And I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was back in that exact same garden. Never seen it before the George incident. And there I was, the same big, mature garden, 2 mature trees at the bottom with the hedges, no old lady in the chair. There was no one there. And as I looked down the garden, about 15, 20 feet inwards from the hedges, I saw this lady. And I looked and I thought, blimey. And then all of a sudden I realised who it was. The tears come streaming down my face. I couldn't stop them. It was my mum. And it was my mum. My mum had passed at 86. She had dementia. For the last 15, 20 years of her life, she had walking aids, like walking sticks and stuff. And there she was, as I remember her when I was a child, thick, black hair almost. And she's about 15 foot in, so she's probably about 120 foot or so away from me. And she had black trousers on and like a cream top. And she just bent down and there was nothing around her. She was bending down. It reminded me of Barbara Woodhouse, if you remember Barbara Woodhouse back years ago. She was bending down in that position. And she only said 3 words. And as I'm watching, the tears are strolling down and she went, come on, girl, come to me. And then the clairvoyance vanished. And there I am, driving through traffic. The tears are just coming down. I couldn't stop them. I just see my mum, crystal clear. And I was dumbfounded. So I'm straight on the phone to Victoria, trying to get through to her to tell her all this. No answer. And it was about 25 minutes until she actually answered. And I was getting quite frustrated, if I'm honest, because I needed to vent this and get this out. And so anyway, eventually Victoria answered the phone. And I said to Victoria, you must listen to this. So I just told her everything that I've just said to you guys. And when I finished, Victoria said, that's really strange, she went. Because we've got the 2 parrots downstairs. We've got an African grey Henry who's 19, and it obviously Senegal. She said, that is really, really strange. She goes, I was upstairs hoovering, that's why I couldn't hear the phone. And she said, when I finished hoovering, I heard the phone ringing. So she goes, I came down the stairs, and as I got to the bottom step and turned left down the hall on the entrance of the front room where the parrots are, and Henry, the African grey, who's 19, who can talk better than some humans I know, he said these words, and he hadn't said them for a few years. He went, oh, hello, Gran. So that put the heckles up on the wife's back. And at that point, obviously, I said to Victoria what had happened with Roxy. So I said I was going to, after what I'd seen, I was going to come home early that day. So I went to the Canary Wharf and then drove home, gets home, say, 3:30, 4 o'clock. And as I came in the front door, there was Roxy in the hallway. She seen me, she came up to me as, you know, She was a bit of a daddy's girl, Roxy. Normally the boys go with the, Victoria so much, and Roxy was sort of like definitely favoured me, I suppose. And anyway, she came up to me and I said to Victoria, I said, look, after what I've seen earlier, it's exactly a week to her birthday. Just in case, let's take her out for her birthday treat. She loved going in the back of the car. She sits in the back like the Queen, Lady Luck. She'd like sit there and look around. And anyway, took her out to the shops. She came home, she had a dinner, told the two boys off. It was great. So me and Victoria, we were in bed 5 to 8. TV's on low, Victoria's reading her book. And I turned around to Victoria, I said, that's really weird. I said, after what I witnessed earlier with Spirit, it's really, really strange. I said, I can't get my head around it, why my mum would appear like that. Spirit are never wrong. I said, it's really strange, and that's probably the best day Roxy's had in weeks. And Victoria said, yeah. She goes, I agree. She's had a really good day. 10 minutes later, I turned the TV off. Victoria's already put her head on the pillow. And at that point, I literally just touched my head on the pillow and I heard this thump, thump. And immediately I knew my stomach sunk. And I said to Victoria, did you hear that? And she said, no, what was it? I said, it's Roxy. So we ran down the stairs and there she was doing an Oliver Reed off one wall in the hallway, bouncing off the next, bouncing off the next. So we grabbed her and put her in the dog cage, big dog cage we got from, to make sure that she couldn't do any damage to herself. And anyway, the rest is history. We called the vets up, and at 9:05 we turned up the vets, and 9:25 she went back to be with her grandmother. Now, it was absolutely phenomenal, and I have to share it because that's my mum. That was my Roxy, my dog. But I'm no different to any of you, just because I have interactions with the spirit world from time to time, and that was an absolute gift from above that I saw my mum. But that, basically, if any of you can take a little bit of that with your animals that cross over, there's a plan. Spirit know always what's happening, not one step ahead of us, many. And I just knew after them showing themselves that there was more to it than meets the eye. But yeah, I look back now with a smile on my face because I was gifted to know 100% that my mum took her. My mum always looked after the dogs when I wasn't around and I was at work, she'd come around or whatever else. So there you go, guys. I thought I'd share that with you, and hopefully one or two of you can take something from that. Your loved ones are looking after, all your furry or feathered friends. Yeah, we're all blessed. We're just, as I've said to you guys many times before, we're all stuck in this show that we're all actors in, and we just do our best all we can every day. So thanks for listening. And that was my mum and Roxy. Bless them. So there you go. I'll just get my awareness ready. We're going on holiday in October. The usual place we love, a bit of Tenerife, and probably somewhere late in the year next year we'll look to get another female dog, probably another boxer, because 2 lively boys in the house needs a female dog to put them in their place. So there you go. Okay. That's really interesting. Okay. There we go. Okay. So I've got a gentleman that's trying to join me now. I know that a name of Andy or Anthony is relevant around this gentleman. I think it was the Andy at first. There's some sort of thing to do with Suffolk. I just know that he mentioned about something to do with Suffolk up there. And I believe there's some sort of either naval or something to do with boats in the family, because I'm seeing like, tattoo on the arm, something to do like, like Popeye you get on there now. And I'm not sure if it's to do with their memory, something to do with putting up fences, or something to do with garden fences or fencing, or there's something going on with you at the moment with fencing. And I know there's an April connection linked around this gentleman or you. What else have we got? And there's something going on about shellfish and stuff like that. So I feel like I'm at some stage had some sort of dealings. I don't know whether I was Navy or a fisherman or something, but something going on there. Really weird. Okay. I'll leave that for a minute. Can anyone understand, gentleman's spirit side of life, that had connections to Suffolk? That there was some Navy or fishermen, something to do with boats going on in the family, and also I don't know if you've got a problem with your fence or there was something to do with fencing linked around him, as in like wooden fencing, not fencing. Can anyone understand any of that at all? Oh, who can understand any of that? And there's an April connection either with you or with this gentleman that's over there. Oh. And he's sorry about something as well. I don't know what, but he's sorry about something as well. So who am I with that's here online? Does anyone understand any of that at all? Gentleman spirit side of life. And there's a Kirsty linked as well. Kirsty. Something like Kirsty. Kirsty linked there as well. So I'm not sure, there was something definitely to do with boats and stuff going on there. Might not necessarily be him, but it's in the family. I can take something, it's Tony. So Ant, I mean, Ant or like D. Cool, here we go, here we go. Here we go. I'm in Suffolk. I know someone called Andy on a journey. My niece is called Constance. Oh, I don't know how to make it hard when it's right. Oh, there's a few of it, isn't there? Right. So come on, Mark, let's get it together. Oh, D. I'm gonna have to separate this one. Right. We're gonna have to ask anyone. Does any of you understand charades? Charades and why there'd be a slight apology going on here. I'm not sure what it's about. But anyone understand charades? So charades is not acting, isn't it? Charades. I was born in Portsmouth. Right. Right, so what's the name there, D? Which is Anthony, Ant or Andy. Ant or Andy, I said at the beginning. Right. Okay. I'm going to go with D for now, but just hang on there in case you can't take the rest of this, because there's a few of you taking some of this, which is a little bit tricky. So I know I've got a gentleman here, and I know that I saw the tattoo and something to do with the fishing or naval, almost like Popeye. So you were born in Portsmouth, D. You used to go fishing. Your birthday's in April, which is correct. And I wasn't sure if it was Ant or Andy. I know I had sort of both at the beginning. So you've got Tony then. Right. Thank you very much, Jackie, about the fences. D, do you know anything about this gentleman fences or something to do with your fence or something going on around fences at the moment? That's one thing that no one's done. He had the anchor tattoo, okay, because that's what I saw. I saw like the Popeye tattoo. That's why I knew it was something to do with the coast or sailing or boats or maybe. I just got to hear the anchor tattoo. Wonderful, wonderful, brilliant. So that makes sense because I know it was. I saw that as well. B, do you know anything about fences? Because I don't know where he's going with that. Something to do with fences. It's your fence, okay. So you know what he's on about because he's mentioning about the fence. I don't know if it needs repair. There's a post down, you're getting it repaired, but as long as you know what he's on about, that old slot's, well, that's a bit of a pun, isn't it? That old slot's in place. Okay. So what we're going to do with. So Tony, what have you got for us? Okay. Do you know the term secret squirrel, D? Do you understand something that's been kept quiet at the moment, or there was something shared with Tony when he was here? Because it's like mum's the word, if that makes sense. It's like he's saying there's something kept between you, or you're keeping something stum at the moment, because I just know it's this keeping it stum. Does that make sense in any way to you, do? Oh, and I feel incredibly empty as well in the stomach. So I'm not sure if you understand. Do you understand the lady that's over there with him, Dee, that was like nil by mouth at the end? So I just know I've lost a lot of weight. He used to work at a phone company, Secret Service. Ah, Secret. That was the company, because I just know it's like Secret Squirrel. He's on about keeping stum. But that makes sense. Bless him. If that's his way of getting it through to me, then really well done, Tony. Right. His ex-wife. His ex-wife. She's spirit side with him now, or she's still here? Because I just feel like I'm really like she's spirit side life. I just feel like I'm I'm wasting away. I just know I'm nil by mouth and I lost a lot of weight, and I just feel my system is completely empty. So I know that that's what he's referencing over there as well, that the other person that he wants to bring into the equation. Do you know the term roll out the barrel is quite an East End thing? We'll have a barrel of fun. So I don't know what he's meaning by that, if you remember that as like a knees up D, or there was a publican within the selection of people around him, because I just know he's on about this, roll out the barrel. We'll have a barrel of fun. She is past, yeah, that's right, he corrected me, because I wasn't quite sure at first. And over there with a lot of secret square, bless him. Right. That's really strange. You know the term smooching, D? You know, I don't know if there's. You used to run the pub. Oh, that's why he's on about roll out the barrel. We'll have a barrel of wonderful thing. Brilliant, brilliant. So he's happy now. I just see him in my mind's eye to the side of me laughing now and wiping a little bit of sweat off his brow. He's going like this, and we've got it. We've got it. He's really happy about it. Do you know the term smooching, like when you've got two like lovebirds going on? Does that make sense to you in any way? I don't know what he's on about. Something about smooching away, smooching. What do you mean, sir? What do you mean, smooching? I don't know if there's a younger female in the family that's starting to court him or whatever else going on. I'm not quite sure, D, but he's on about something about smooching around. Right, okay. D, what I'll leave you with is, I'm not sure if you understand the smooching, but for me, do you know like the Inspector Clouseau and keeping an eye on things? Am I right in saying at the moment you're keeping your eye close on something at the moment around you? You're just making sure what's going on around you is going as it should do, and I just feel like you're keeping an eye on things. He was your first love, so you'd understand, right? The medium, sometimes we just get told, and sometimes it's not always for us to fully know, but as long as you do. So that's why he'd be on about the young love and smooching. Do you understand also what I'm saying is, before he goes, something where you're keeping an eye on things at the moment? Something going on, a situation around you, do, where you're just making sure and watching all the steps what's going on? Right. You just lost your mum. Stay there. Right, okay. I've got a real bad stress head. My head's getting quite stressy now, and I just don't feel quite well in the head at all. I was mum. Well, Tony is very pleased that he's come through and that he could shake my brain about to get most of this information over and you've understood, which is wonderful. I know he's happy walking away now. That's really weird, is that gentleman? And there's someone with him. Do you know sometimes you get that lumberjack? Not a coat, you know, the sort of like cottony, whatever it is, lumberjack with the checker bits on it. Like jacket or whatever it is. I don't know what it is, a thing. There's someone over there with this on it as well, one of them lumberjack shirts. Anyway, Dee, thank you very much for working with me. You're so stressed, right? That makes sense. But I just feel that head pounding away and whatever else. Okay, I'll tell you. Right, now you just said that. Can you just take this as he's walking away? Just know that Tony said, don't stress. Mum's all right. We're watching you. Make sure you're all right. Remember, there's a very limited time for mourning when you lose your loved ones. And remember that your mum's going to be watching you and doesn't want to see you in such a state. She wants to see you get on with your life and remember her by being as wonderful as you can in life. And make things interesting for your loved ones, spirit side of life watching you. Don't be boring and just do your best always. All right, so get rid of that stress side, Dee. I know you're going through a rough time of it. Have you used to wear them? I just saw, as he's walking off, I just saw this, like, you know, sort of lumberjack, checkered sort of, whatever they call it. They're not waterproof, are they? But yeah, one of them quite warm. Anyway, he's happy. He's gone through the wall over here now, the spirit door, as I call it when I work online on the laptop. And thank you very much, Dee. Hopefully that helped you. Just know your mum is over there with them, and everything is rosy as it could be. But just watch yourself, because you know, you don't want to make yourself ill, because that's the last thing your mum's going to want, and all your loved ones over there. Anyway, bless you, Dee. Your husband now hasn't. Thanks, Dee. God bless. Look after yourself, and remember it on your mum in the right way by doing your best. Enjoy your life and give her something to smile about. God bless you, Dee. Are you taking the mickey, or you were literally there? Okay. Right, so now I've got a man and a woman that are joining me now, and the man, I thought he was taking the mickey. He's got a violin, and someone's playing the violin over there. So I know there's aspects within these two and the family I'm going to get into about the violin, and someone in the family played the violin or was in the concert business to do with that. Now, it isn't Vanessa May here, I know that, but what have you got there? Something to do with Stephen linked as well. Stephen going on there. I know I've got a pool table now. Someone's playing a bit of pool, spirit side of life. Used to like playing a bit of pool. And snooker, corrected, pool and snooker. Someone's drinking the dark stuff over there. It's not lager, it's like, I only used to drink lager, I don't drink the dark stuff, and it's not Guinness because I like that. It's like an ale. Someone's doing that over there. And there's a Sharon as well. Sharon linked, and I'm losing my thoughts. I know one of the two of them had memory problems before passing, because they've given that to me now as well. So I know that I was getting quite forgetful before passing, and I know I've got both of them here now. Sarah, something to do with Sarah. Sharon, I can't even remember the name before. Anyway, that makes sense. And I've forgotten some of it as well. So, man and woman, spirit side of life. Something going on with whatever it is. It's not a violin, it's like that. Oh. Right, your dad was a professional musician. But are we talking like orchestra and stuff? We're not talking he was a drummer like Phil Collins, Rebecca, because that's not what I was getting. I feel it was more violin, brass band, and all that sort of thing, you know, more musically than sort of like on stage banging the drums. And I said, Sarah, hello, Sarah, how you doing, darling? You had a violin played at the wedding. You're Sarah. Do you know Sharon? Slow down, guys. Slow down. Classical music. Right, I'm gonna have to get this. Come on. Let's get this. Can you tell me a minute, yeah? Yes, there is a Sharon in the family. Okay. Right, can I work with Sarah? Rebecca, stay there because it might come back to you. Just let work with Sarah there. Do you understand your granddad, Sarah, being a little bit of a character? And for some reason, I don't know if it doesn't appear at Terry's chocolate orange, but I've actually got a big orange, you know, the big proper ones, not a Satsuma. Got a big one there, and he's like bouncing it off his arm. You know, when they could do that trick where they throw it onto their arm and bump like that. So I don't know if there's a greengrocer or a fruit stall owner linked around the family or something going on there, but you know, I know my mum used to threaten me with if I wasn't a very good boy, I'd get at Christmas what they all used to get, an apple and an orange, and that old gag. So I don't know what's going on there. Right. I just know now. You remember the one with the coins on the thing? You get the 2p's or 10p's up there and whack them down and all that sort of thing. Congratulations, by the way, Sarah, for the wedding. That was a few months ago now, wasn't it? But, yeah, congratulations to you two. Your uncle was a greengrocer. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. That's what he's on about. So, is your uncle spirit side of life as well, Sarah? That makes sense. And you know something to do with George? I know I had George, my dog, in earlier, so I don't know what they're on about. Someone's on about George. George. George over there with them. He's here. Okay, he's here. We won't kill him off. We won't kill him off. So he's the greengrocer. Okay. Who's got the high blood pressure, Sarah? I just feel at the moment I can hear blood pumping. Oh, you know George. I mean, someone just shouted George for you as well. And I had a load of others as well. They were banging out loads of names, and I had to ask them to calm down a little bit. Do you know about the blood pressure, Sarah? Something to do with blood being tested? Blood pressure. Bum, bum, bum. Right. Is it okay at the moment? She's all right. She's keeping an eye on it. Right, your mum's got the blood pressure. Okay. Just keep an eye on her. No panic, but just keep an eye on her. Make sure she's all right because they wouldn't normally give you stuff like that for no reason. But we saw another time. You know the May connection, Sarah, as well, or the name May for you. Something to do with May. Blood infusion. Okay. Well, I just know that they're on about your mum because of this blood that's going on at the moment. You know, I know you do, but keep an eye on her. Keep an eye on her. Keep an eye on her. Your daughter's middle name's May. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Right. They're on about, I don't know what it is, Sarah, but maybe you'll know. They're on about something specific for your daughter with the middle name May. That I don't know if she's aiming to do something a little bit different, or she's a little bit different in a good way, that is. Aiming to do something a little bit different in life because they got high hopes for her and they wouldn't bring her up for no reason. So just, you know, encourage her, encourage her, encourage her, whatever it is, even if it seems a little bit odd to you and you're not quite happy about it, I'm not quite sure. Encourage it, encourage it, encourage it because, you know, that's a really strange quote from over there. is it a rolling stone gathers no moss? Rolling stone gathers no moss. So I just think with her, whatever it is that she's going to do, well, she's autistic, right? Well, you know how autistic children can absolutely be phenomenal. I just know from spirit side of life that there's this encouragement, and whatever it is, keep going, because I think she's going to do all right. That's what it feels like. They bring her up anyway, so. Do you know someone that used to have a horse, Sarah, or repair? She is different from others. Yeah, and do you know what? When people are different, fantastic. We don't always, want to be the same. But I just feel that she's very gifted from what they're telling me in certain areas. So, yeah, God bless her. Do you know someone that used to either repair, have horses, or reshoe horses, like a blacksmith or something to do with that? I don't know if one of them over spirit side life, because I don't know, is it an anvil? And I just see someone smashing away, bang, bang, bang. Does that make sense? Something to do with horses, something going on there, smashing around metal, like hammering stuff. Bang, bang, bang. That makes any sense for you, Sarah? I just feel like someone's over there smashing stuff around, manual working, and if that's. I don't know, do you know Jack, Sarah, as well? Ah, okay. Do you know Jack? If you don't, I know what they mean otherwise. Must be quite significant around you. Otherwise, I'm. Maybe Jack. Okay. They just mentioned about Jack. I don't know. I mean, all kids have a fall, don't they? But as they said that, that nursery rhyme, Jack and Jill went up the hill. Oh, bless. Bless. Has Jack had a bit of a bump over the last few days or week? The nursery rhyme, Jack and Jill went up the hill. Jack fell down. Something to do with Jack taking a bit of a fall or whatever else. I know all kids do. We all did. I used to love. I didn't used to love falling over, but I used to love when you got the scabs on your elbow and your knees. I used to love peeling them off when they're really thick. But as adults, we don't really fall over much. But that makes sense with Jack having a bit of a bump lately, and because as they said Jack, then I got Jack and Jill went up the hill and Jack fell down on them. Let's hope that's all it is, that one there. Anyway, Sarah, again, congratulations on the wedding, darling. And nice to read for you this evening. Okay. Life's a bit stressful at times for you, mate, but they're just saying over there, calm yourself down. You're going to be all right. You're going to be all right. That means anything to you. Okay? You're going to be all right. Just a little bit of reassurance for you, Sarah. Things are going as they should do. Things are going as they should do, even if sometimes we do question them. You're going to be all right, Sarah. And with that, I say, God bless. Thanks for working with me. Now, your work is my absolute pleasure to read for all of you when I can. Okay. I feel I've got dad here to someone. I know a gentleman that's trying to join in there. I know there's a Tom connection, Tom or Tommy, that's linked. What is that? I feel I'm a little bit. Is that you? No, I just feel this gentleman a little bit problems with his hearing, particularly I just feel like my right ear. Oh, am I mistaken? Okay, that's what it is. So I know there's a gentleman here now. I just feel he's father to someone, and I know he used to love listening to his music, and as I'm hearing the record deck going, what's that record? Starry, Starry Nights. Is it Starry, Starry Nights? Don't ask me to sing for you guys, I'm terrible. But Starry, Starry Nights. And some of the stuff like the Jim Reeveses and all that sort of era, you know, 60s, 70s. I mean, I remember on a Sunday morning, my mum used to have the record player on and whatever it used to be, the Carpenters, Jim Reeves, Daniel O'Donnell and all that sort of thing. So I know I'm sort of like around that era. And I know that Tom was mentioned, and something to do with now you not listening and you're a bit hard of hearing, or maybe wrong with one. So I just feel there's a bit hard of hearing with this father going on here as well now. Vicky White, I can take that, my dad. Deaf in his left ear. My dad is Tom. Oh. Right. Vicky, is your dad Tom as well? Because Christine's dad's Tom and he was deaf in his left ear. I just know there was aspects of one of the years we were playing. Okay. Vicky, stay with us, but Christine seems to have auxiliary. Can I work with you, Christine, please? Yeah, that's Starry, Starry Nights, whatever it is. I like to play that later on. I tell you what, you could never write somebody say, oh, you lot have got them semi-specifics. And yeah. I think I don't got some as well. Cracking. Right. Stay with us, because if Christine can't understand something, then, you know, we'll come back. Right. Christine, do you understand about the cruise ship, going on a cruise ship, or someone working on the ships? I know we had that earlier, but you know, muster point. Muster, I mean, doesn't necessarily mean a muster point, doesn't necessarily mean on a boat, but someone's got that muster point. You know, you've got your life jackets on and all that sort of stuff going on. We're all going on the summer holiday. Hopefully, it's a Caribbean cruise. That'd be nice, but something to do with cruises or something like that. It's John Denver. I'll bring that up on YouTube later. Right, Christine, do you know something about muster points? Boats, mustering points. Right, okay. And yeah, that makes sense, the muster points. And I've got something to do with Marvin Gaye here. Right, Christine. Have you heard some gossip lately? Because they're on about, I heard it on the grapevine. I was on a ship. He was a sailor. Oh, wonderful, Christine. Okay, so you understand why I'm on the boat and I've got this muster point going on life jackets as well. He was a sailor. Wonderful. Okay, let's see what we've got here. Christine, have you heard a bit of gossip lately? Either that or you like Marvin Gaye, I've heard it on the grapevine, but I just feel that there's some sort of gossip or something you've heard of lately that's going on, quite juicy gossip. And that makes sense. And do you understand that the gentleman had problems with the throat? I don't know if it's throat cancer or something to do with the throat area. You've heard the gossip, okay? Because I just know they're on about some sort of juicy gossip that's going on, and you're just watching what's going to happen with all this gossip. That's what it feels like. Do you understand that the gentleman with something to do with the throat problem, throat cancer? Something going on there, Kristen. Voice box. In this building. Gossip in this building, or where you live, I take it. Where you live. Okay. I don't have to know all the ins and outs, I'm being told. Okay. Right. So I don't know if your dad's a bit of a joker here, Christine, because he's on about young Tom. Young Tom. I don't know if he looked quite young for his age. Right. Because I just know there was something going on there, so I don't know if his voice became really whatever at the end, or problems resulting from this. But I just know about the throat area. Do you know the DJ as well? I feel like there's a DJ around you or needed. Your dad's on about something about a DJ, so I don't know if there's an event coming up, someone's booked for a DJ or whatever it is coming up there, Christine. And who wants to go whale watching? Understand whale watching, Christine? I just feel, right, I get you. So your dad's Tom, and he's on about young Tom, as he mentioned young Tom, and I thought he was being a bit of a wisecrack, about himself. But if your brother's Tom as well, wonderful. All right. I'm gonna tell him. Can you tell young Tom? Is he there? Or here? Your nephew's the DJ. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah, he seems a bit of a character, your dad, Christian, I've got to say. He does seem a bit of a character. Do you understand about whale watching? I'm not sure if I'd like to see the whales, but I'm not sure I'd want to be in the cold on the boat if they're in cold climate maybe, or waiting around for hours when but so it's a little whale watching. Does that make sense, Christine? Someone wanted to go whale watching, has been whale watching, it's on your bucket list, I don't know. But I just know I felt that I was going to be whale watching, or I had been whale watching. That's what it feels like. What it's showing me in my mind's eye. Okay, right. Normally they'll bring that up and it's on your bucket list to push you forward to do that. So don't count it out. Really consider that. So I just feel you'll have an absolute wonderful time and be very meaningful from what I'm being told if you do go and watch the whales. It's almost like there's something else in it as well. And they're like pushing me to tell you to really consider doing that. Do you understand the number 68 as well, Christine? I don't know if it's door number or 1968, but for some reason they're on about 68 for you as well. Yeah. I don't know if you know. I don't know if you know that the person in spirit that was a little bit of a fibber on the quiet. That makes sense. Told a few long ones. Told a few porcupines. There's I'm just been told about someone that was quite good with the porcupines lies. Did go to a whaling sign with him. Oh, wonderful, 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 wonderful. Okay. I just know your dad was a good man, and I'm being told that by another gentleman that's with your dad. There's there's 4 in the room with me now, and I know there's another gentleman to his side, and I just feel this is his dad, and his dad's very proud of him, very, very proud of him, and he wants to just tell you that your dad's a good man, but you know that already. 1968, that means something to you, does it? Because 1968, 68 in my mind. Wonderful, Christine. Now, Christine, can you please take this from your dad and all of them over here? They're all coming in now, and they're all going to bowl out the door. It seems like it's going to be a mass exit in a minute, like they're going to run out whatever else they're up to. I think they've got something else going on tonight by the sounds of it and what I'm seeing to the right of me. But just, can you please take this from your dad? You're more loved than you'll ever know. I feel quite emotional. You're more loved, Christine, than you'll ever know. And your dad's off. And the rest of them. It's like they've got another gig to go to. Met his dad recently in spirit. Isn't that wonderful? Well, your granddad is very proud of your dad. Okay. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. And I'm blessed to have read for you tonight, Christine. Thank you very much. And I say God bless. You're very much loved, as we all are. None of you in the room ever doubt that. Ever doubt it. We get roped into the human side of life and take all this crap on. But you're only here for a short space of time. Do your best. Nothing more can be asked. And you're loved. But yeah. Oh, they love you, Christine. They all love you. But it's quite weird. I've never seen them bundle out so quick. It's like they just wanted to get out of the house. I mean, maybe they don't like the Rottweiler downstairs, but they're joking aside. Ross, I swear. God bless you, Christine. There you go. That's Ernie. If you can hear the barking, that's the youngster. Just over 2.5. So please excuse Ernie for his barking. But he likes the sound of his own voice. Right, where are we? Matthew. We've got a load of men again tonight. A lot of men coming in. I feel I'm like in reading the Bible now. Okay, there's a lady there as well. What are you going on? This is really strange. I think I'm in the Thornbirds. Anyone remember the Thornbirds? Because I've got a lady that, as I'm on about Matthew, and I know there's a couple of gentlemen here, but I just know there's a lady coming in, and I know she was very, not spiritual, very religious. I think it's Catholic with this lady, and I'm getting Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So I think you could probably take within the family 2 of them for what she's saying. But I also feel there's either aspects of her being very friendly with the priest at one point, or someone in the family very friendly with the priest, or the Thornbirds being significant with mum, grandmum, because I've got that sort of thing. Because in the Thornbirds, I remember watching it as a child. Thought it was very good myself that this young woman, much younger than the priest, Richard Chamberlain, wasn't he? Richard Chamberlain. There's something going on there now. I'm confused myself, but there's 3 gentlemen here and mum, or mum or grandma. I suppose mum. She's a mum anyway. And I know there's something in the family with being Catholic. Deb's London, the Thornbirds. Ah, she fancied. Right. Yes. Well, that's a tricky one. Oh, I'll tell you what. Right. Come on. What do you mean you confused me now? I'm Martin. There's a Martins going on there as well now. So I just feel within the family, close-knit community, there's at least 2 of these names, Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, significant around you. And for some reason, they're mentioning my name. There's not many Martins about these days. I'm very out of fashion. Maybe they'll come back in one day. Mum was religious. That's it. See, mum was religious, not Catholic. That could be me mistaking it, but I just know that it's the Thornbirds. She fancied the priest. Right. You draw it out to me, and I can always be wrong as a medium. We all fancied Richard Chamberlain. Well, us guys all liked the dark-haired one. Joking. I suppose I did as a school as a young lad. But right. Right, I'm going to have to get a grip here because I do feel drawn to you, Debs. Can I work with Debs? And the rest of you, please hang on because I can always be long at times. But the fact that your mum liked that show, I think most of us did. She fancied the priest of Richard Chamberlain. And she was religious, not Catholic. Right. Okay. Stay in the wings, you guys. But can I work with you, Debs? And let's just see what's going on here. Do you understand a couple of them names, Debs, that's linked around you or the family? Doesn't feel like. She liked the Bible quotes. Right. just the John. You don't understand the Martin. I don't know why they're either shouting my name or John. Everyone has a John, but yeah, we'll go with that. And you know Tony as well, because someone's just got Tony in my mind for you. And must be about Tony. And oh, crikey, we're stay with us, Samantha. Right, let me just see here, Debs. Debs, you having problems focusing at the moment? I don't know if it's your eyes been focusing or your actual holding your thoughts. That makes sense to you at the moment, but it must be true. You're having problems focusing. Debs, like your eyesight's waning, something going on in your eyesight, or just keeping your mindset. And do you know the metal detectorist as well? Your eyesight's shocking. Okay, stay with us, Debs. I'm going to keep working with you because I just know that they're on about that you need new glasses. Okay, well, they agree with you anyway. So I'm not, don't shoot the messenger, but get the eyes sorted. Get the eyes sorted. You don't want to be suffering with blurry vision when you could miss certain things in your life. It's nice to see what you're doing in your life. Do you know someone who's into metal detecting or found something metal detecting or found something in the ground, Debs? I don't know if someone found like a bit of gold, a gold coin, or someone detected and found something. I just feel like I've know someone that's found something. That's what it feels like. That's what they're on about. You know, digging it up in the ground, out in a field, in the garden, something like that. Something that's worth or interesting. That makes sense, Debs. Right, you've got a lot of it else. Right, my dad had a friend that came into the farm to do that. Do you remember the petrol lawnmower, Debs? Petrol lawnmower. That makes sense. And I also feel with these over here that do you understand the loss of memory with Dad a bit? Does that make sense? Because I just know a gentleman over there with his mind got a bit fuzzy. That's what it feels like over there. The spirit's on life. For you? I just know that he's revving up the petrol lawnmower. So if you remember him liking his petrol mower and out there mowing the grass every week, twice a week, but I just know that's been revved up. There you go. I just know what your dad was on about was something to do up in the mind, and that will make sense with stroke. Forgive me for not getting it bang on. I'm normally pretty good at that, but I just know that he's on about something up here that wasn't right. Okay, I'm being told that's significant. Yes, brilliant. Debs, do you understand the? Is it yourself? Are you watching your blood pressure? Or there's definitely someone in, because I know in my family, my dad had a stroke a couple of years before passing, and high blood pressure, and I know that my mum's mum had it as well, so it runs in the family. But I've just been told, his birthday tomorrow. God bless. Isn't that lovely that he's coming through? Isn't that lovely? So I know your dad had the stroke, but I just feel there's someone around you. I don't know if it's yourself or not, or husband around you, or whatever else. Right, you need to get a heart because he's on about it. All right, so can you please don't rest on your laurels and leave it another week or two because you want to, hound the doctors or the hospital and just get it done and keep an eye on it because, after what happened to your dad, I get that as well. Keep an eye on yourself, you're saying as well. Sometimes they do run in the families. Both my parents are Irish. I don't know if it's too many potatoes or what it is, but because I had blood pressure both sides, so I was in big trouble anyway. Right. Keep an eye on yourself, he's saying. Look after yourself, darling. You need to look after yourself more than you're doing. You need to look after yourself more than you're doing. You're getting a little bit of rollicking, a little bit of telling off here, but who is that? Do you know the fairly well-built lady, Spirit Side of Life, over there with your dad? And do you remember Grot Bags on the TV? Grot Bags. She seems like she could be a bit stroppy, this lady, and get her own way. And she's put a few people in the place. I just know there's a lady over there. So as long as you know about your health, keep on top of it, because he's insistent that you get on top of things for yourself. Do you know the lady over there that was, I feel, quite a powerful lady as well? But I'm not saying she was grot back. You know what they're on about, okay? Because I know she's over here and she's trying to butt in, and I just feel that would be her if she wanted to. She wants to butt in, and I know she'd butt in if she wanted to say something when she was in the incarnated side of life of us, she'd say it. But well, anyway, she's just smiling over there now, but because she's just heard her voice, and she's going like this, just so that you know that she's there, like that for you. Anyway, someone's having a Swiss roll. Someone's got the Swiss roll out. I don't often really see many Swiss rolls when I've been dimming, but someone's got a Swiss roll over there. So you understand the grot bags thing, because I'm glad that got you. But yeah, thing is, when we pass over, we can see the error of our ways and where we were a little bit pig-headed and where we didn't listen too much and whatever else. But we're all individual, you know. Some people are quiet and some people just don't shut up. And but essentially, when we go over there, we can laugh at ourselves and what we did at times. But you know, grot bags, then wonderful. Yeah, someone's made a Swiss roll. They've got it's on a plate, and they're going to try and feed me. I think because my stomach started grumbling. Love the Swiss roll. Okay, well, someone's banging out and handing out the Swiss rolls in this bedroom. Unfortunately, I can't eat them afterwards. Okay. Do you know Jackie as well, Debbie? Do you know Jackie? Jackie? Go on there as well. Mum loves feeding people. Same as my mum. My mum would feed every single person that comes through her door. Yeah, always did. That was one of her traits. Had to be done. Someone shouted out Jackie, whether I'm still with you, Debbie, or I'm moving on. Jackie for you. And where are we going to there? Oh, you know so there's Jackie being shouted, and someone's on about, like, you know, the grandfather clock, or the clock. You know, when you're sitting in the lounge of someone's house and they've got one of the older style clocks, and it's tick tock tick, and you can hear it ticking, tick tock tick tock. I don't know if that brings you back with mum or dad or someone, because I know someone's on about thing. Jackie magazine. Okay, sir. Let me just give me that again. Oh, okay. There's a lot of love coming in a very different way from your dad now. I know you said it's your dad's birthday tomorrow, isn't it? Okay, I'll tell her. I love clocking clocks. That's it, ticking clocks. And Dad, I just know I can, over there where they're in the room, I can hear this clock, where it went quiet for a second or so, I could hear, and they were just trying to turn my attention to the clock. Tick tock. It's quite relaxing, I think, if you're in that sort of thing and you just everyone's quiet. But your dad's on about not only wanting to send his love. Okay, I feel quite emotional saying it. Your dad said this is his way of leaving the room. He said it might be my birthday tomorrow, but I received all my birthday presents when you came along. Okay, was that I said, hey, yeah, okay. Okay. So much love from your dad, Debs. And I feel a lot of emotion coming from him. And I don't necessarily feel that would be maybe what he was so much like in life. But I know that he's very proud of you. And from Spirit Side of Life tomorrow with his earthly birthday, he had you. And that was more than enough. Okay. So I'll leave all their love over there, including Grot Bags, who seems to be a bit of a character. And I'll say God bless Debs, and thanks for working with me. I think that's the last one. I've just seen the time. Guys, I wish I could get around all of you. Hopefully a few of you that didn't get a message can take something from this evening. And I look forward to working with you again in the future and in church. And God bless.
God bless, Martin. Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you. Well, we've got Frank's cards coming up, and then we'll come back to you for a closing prayer, if that's all right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thanks, Martin. Well, some really lovely messages there tonight, and it's a very detailed one. So great to have Martin with us. Okay, friends. Well, even so, Martin can't get around to everyone with a message. That's why Frank from our church draws 3 animal cards each week, recorded earlier today. So tune into these cards. Each one's marked with a crystal. Whichever one you're drawn to, listen to the message. It's an uplifting thought for the week ahead. So let's see what Frank has for us this week.
Good evening. Our first crystal this evening is the amethyst. With that goes the card for the manatee. The manatee says this isn't the time to handle your challenges alone. Reach out to others for advice and assistance, and allow other people who care about you to step in and help. Focusing upon negative is never a good idea, but it is especially counterproductive right now. So avoid worry and fear surrounding things, because trust and faith are at a low ebb at the moment. It is probably not a good time to start out on a new venture. Have patience and wait until your self-confidence is stronger and your trust that things will go well is solid again. Be proactive about any health concerns. Manatees are gentle, calm and slow-moving animals. They almost exclusively feed on vegetation, which they find by using their fins to walk along the bottom of the sea, digging for plants as they go. They are known to be exceedingly trusting of others. Manatees remind you to trust others to help you, as well as to believe that there is a divine planning waiting for you. A lone manatee is a reminder that you don't have to go it alone. You can ask for help from God and other people to get you through these challenging times. And our second crystal is the rose quartz. With that goes the card for the lovebird. Lovebirds are about devotion, fidelity, and the resolution of troubles. Where the dove represents the first blush of love, the lovebirds on this card signal that a relationship has grown much stronger. Love is now in full bloom, and hearts are joined and commitments are made. The lovebirds can also indicate a renewed sense of closeness in a current relationship. In partnership where things appear dire, lovebirds show up to reassure you that love still exists and effort should be made to forgive and find a resolution. They ask that you keep trying to heal the problem. They can also indicate the giving and receiving of gifts. Lovebirds mate for life and are never separated except when searching for food or nesting material. When not in flight, they hop around together and always sit side by side. They also have a tendency to feed one another, and this symbolises the exchange of gifts. It is thought one can't survive long without the other, demonstrated the strength of their mutual love and their commitment to each other. And our third crystal is the citrine, and with that goes the card for the parrot. The parrot is about new ideas, getting the facts you need in order to be successful, and practicing. This is the ideal time to learn everything you can. Maybe go back into education, or take a seminar, or maybe just read and research. If you're considering mastering a new trade or skill, then find a mentor or seek out a job where those skills may be taught to you. Do your very best work, and the law of attraction will give you prosperity and advancement. You may find yourself doing research or starting long-term projects, and you deserve to be paid well for your high quality of work. Parrots are beautiful birds, known for their vivid colours and the amazing ability to mimic human voice. You can think of this mimicry as the repetitive practice you need to acquire the skills you need and you are seeking. Parrots have an amazing ability to learn, a trait they feel shares with you. 3 good cards there, a lot of good of advice, a lot of importance of planning and choosing the right time to do things. Thank you for listening.
Lovely. Thank you, Frank. Okay, friends, let's bring tonight's service to a close then. We'll go back to Martin for a closing prayer, and then I'll play the closing Vesper, as we usually do. Thank you, Martin.
Thank you, Rob, and thanks everyone Thundersea Online. It's always my pleasure. I'm blessed to be able to work with you guys and with your loved ones. If you'd like to join me in the closing prayer. Divine Spirit, Father God, we give thanks for this evening, for the love and the memory shown, knowing that all our loved ones are a mere thought away, wishing us on, egging us on always in life to try our best. But we try our best, nothing more can be asked. Until next time, good night, God bless. Amen.
Well, very, very big thank you to Martin for serving the church tonight online. A very heartfelt address earlier and some lovely messages. So thank you so much, Martin. Thank you also to our mediums in church tonight. So that's Richard Baldwin and Simon Coops in church. I hope you both had a good evening in church. Thank you to Donna for sharing in church. Thank you to Peter for the Bible reading. And thank you to Frank for the cards at the end there. Thank you all for watching online and commenting and supporting our online services. We really appreciate that. I hope you have a really good week ahead. And hopefully you can join us next Sunday again for another service. But till then, take care and good night.